Hey, what's going on everyone? It's the Chess here bringing a new video on Duel Links, and today we are going over an old video that I did, how to farm skills, and this is basically just an update on the deck because it was a pretty old video and there's been new packs. So I've updated the deck, made it a little bit more consistent with the new cards that are out. Like I said in the old video, it doesn't matter if you have these cards exactly, it's just basically run fire monsters above 120 attack. And yeah, you should be able to get around 8,000 dual assessment points, and you only spend 7 keys. So you're saving a lot of keys, you're getting all of them chests, and hopefully you're pulling the skills as fast as possible. I've used this method so much to get most of my skills. I used it to get 3-Sided Motion, Harpy's Hunting Ground. I've used it to get Bluff Trap for Odeon. And yeah, I've read the comments on my previous video on how to farm skills, and I've heard a lot of you. Well, I've heard from a lot of you that this has helped quite a lot, so I thought I'd make an update video on the deck and, yeah, just show you what cards you should run these days, because, yeah, old video. So I'm running, like, just normal basic monsters. This guy, Goku, I'm going to call him Goku now because I just freaking misspelled his name already. So, Goku, he destroys some of your fire monsters when you special summon him to the field, so it's really handy. And just running Sergeant Electro is just a basic 1600 attacker. Pretty basic. You don't need him for his effect, so you can run anything that has like 1500 or anything like that. If you got these, I'd definitely throw these in the deck because they destroy themselves at the end of the turn, meaning it applies a counter to Kickfire. Here's a new card as well that's got added, is Bonfire. And you special summon that, destroy 2 of your own fire monsters, so it's pretty powerful, puts 2 counters down, and you get a monster on the field. And we're running this dude as well, Draco. You summon him, you get a card, another Draco from your deck and add it to your hand, so it's pretty good. Pretty good. We're still running the Thunder Crashes just to destroy a few of our monsters if we need to add counters, and we're running the Kickfires. And something I've noticed with Kickfire when I was testing this deck quite a lot last night, only put one Kickfire down on the field, because if you put multiple, whichever one has the least counters and you activate last will be the one which damages your opponent. So I'll go over some replays and I'll show you right now. But if you just put one down, you could easily get 15,000 effect damage onto your opponent, which is pretty cool. So if you're struggling on leveling up and getting all that effect damage, all of these Mako Bakura are the ones that I was using because, not delete, I'll watch, because for the simple reason, I'm trying to get balance for Bakura, because I want to use like my handless beatdown and use just ordinary decks with Bakura in PvP. I have balance on every single character that you can get it on except Bakura, and he's the only one I really wanted on. So yeah, I'll just show you a quick replay on how you're supposed to run this deck, and I'll probably jump into one of the duels and take it step by step. And yeah, through this method last night when I was testing the new I can't even speak right now. Sorry guys. If you and now I've just lost train of thought. Yeah, but this method, even if you don't get the skills that you want, you'll be getting quite a lot of gold and you'll be getting gems. And it's a myth what people say that you get higher skill rewards at higher levels, like doing level 40 and stuff. You can get the exact same skills at level 10 and level 20. So as you can see right now, I think that was the Kickfire. Yep. Most of the time you start off with Kickfire. The reason why I'm running Draw Sense Spell Trap is just so it gives us a higher chance of getting Kickfire. Another good thing to take into consideration is because they are using really weak monsters, destroy your entire field at some point in the battle with one of your Thunder Crashes and let them attack you directly with all 3 monsters, and it'll put you down to about 19,000 health, which is pretty cool. Well, 1,900. And if you're at 1,900, you'll get more assessment points for the simple fact they have higher life points. So as you can see right now, the strategy, you're just powering up your Kickfire as much as possible. This summons the tokens, except I don't want to never throw down the Draco onto the field early because they will get like attack over it. You just need to be patient. So right now, as you can see, I pulled that guy. I can just throw him on the field. End of turn, he destroys himself. but I think this was one of the early ones that I was testing, so I activate 2 kickfires, and that kickfire will go off and kill the Mako before the actual one with the most counters, so you need to keep that into consideration. But as you can see, I put down the Draco now because I can Thunder Crash and then summon my Electro. But I can't remember if I do that this turn, or I think this is the turn I allow him to attack me directly. Yep. So he's going to attack me directly, put me down to low health, which is fine. As you can see, 700 health. 700 health. And I'll just quickly click through it. There's the bonfire. I think the most I got was around 16 counters, which is pretty cool. And this method's really easy to do. You can, like I said, you can use any fire monsters as long as they're like over 1,100, so 1,200 is fine. You don't have to have all these crazy effect stuff on the new banners if you don't want to. You can just keep using the Thunder Crashes. And you're destroying so many of your monsters, you get the bonus, destroy 10 monsters, which is quite a lot of points. But as you can see, the bonfire dude, he's destroying 2 of my cards. There's 2 counters going on. And as you can see, that one's got 10, that one's got 5, and that one's the one that'll do the damage. And you really want the one with the most counters. So if you do pull multiple ones, just keep them in your hand and just power up the one. And I keep the toggle off through the entire game, except on the last turn you activate it and do all the damage. Or else it'll just keep popping up like every single turn, do you want to activate it, do you want to activate it? And you don't want to like misclick it. So there's Goku coming in, he destroys the monster, and there's another token. And I'm not kidding you guys, this method is 100% true, it does work. You get 8,000 assessment points by doing this farm, it only costs 7 keys, and yeah, it gives you 8 chances of pulling the skill that you want for 7 keys, instead of using 40 keys per freaking farm, which is pretty ridiculous. You can just use this method. Because even till this day, I still get comments on that previous video saying, thank you so much. I got the skill that I needed because I've watched all the other videos, but they didn't help. But I watched this one and I got the skill after a few farms. And that's the best thing about this deck. It'll only take a few farms and you're only using really a few keys, which is pretty cool. I'll jump into one now. I'll do it live for you, just to see if I can get balance on camera. That'd be pretty cool. So why not? We'll do it on my... The one level 10 duelist I wouldn't recommend doing it on is Seto, because I think he runs some cards which can stop you for some strange reason. But yeah, we'll just jump in and do it. As you can see, I'm really low on keys because I was just trying to get loads and loads of drop rewards, like I'm trying to build an Amazon deck and stuff like that, and just trying to get all the cards I need from the Legend Duelists. And speaking of which, I got a really exciting video for you guys tomorrow. It's a 3-star demotion deck, and it doesn't run D-Gate and enemy controller, so don't worry guys, the people that didn't manage to pull the dimensional gates. It's a pretty cool deck. It's similar to the fire one I ran yesterday, but it's a lot better now. And it doesn't matter if you go first or second. I just really do want to get balance for Bakura. So as you can see, we didn't open up with any other spells and traps, but that's fine. We've got a pretty strong hand, but we definitely need to get that kickfire soon. And that's why we run 3 of them and not 1. So we draw. Da. So what we'll do right now, it's fine we're doing this. Add one of them to our hand. So it thins the deck, so we're more likely to pull a spell or trap. This is going to waste like 1 or 2 counters, but it's fine. Because they won't be able to get over our monster, so we can just wait until we get the kickfire. Hopefully we'll get it sooner than later. So they're going to just end our turn. Can this be the kickfire, please? So we draw Sergeant Electro. I will summon the Electro and end our turn. Just in case... No, it's... yeah. summon the Electro first, so if we do pull the Kickfire, we can just like use the electrical clash or whatever it's called and take out our entire field. I don't know. Thunder Crash, not electrical. We'll just keep ending our turn until we get that card. You just... I'm gonna laugh so much if the 3 freaking cards are at the bottom of the deck. Just to speed this along, what I'll do, I'll activate this. Destroy this. And just collide. That way we might be able to activate our Spell and Trap effect. And hopefully pull the Kickfire. But it doesn't matter if you don't have Draw Sense, Spell or Trap. Activate that. Plus our hand's getting pretty clogged now, so we need to get rid of some stuff. I still think we'll be able to get over the 10 counters. The perfect amount that you want to go for is the 10 counters. Hopefully it doesn't give us another Thunder Crash and we'll be in good shape. So we'll activate. There we go, there's Kickfire. We'll set the Kickfire. Set the Crash, and then next turn we'll start doing the actual thing that we need to do with 8 cards left in the deck. So we'll activate it now and then toggle off, just so it doesn't keep popping up on the screen every single turn. And then when they've got 1 card, that's something to remember. It's when they've got 1 card left in the deck, that's when you need to activate it. And this right now is about to be 3 counters being put on. And now we get back-to-back Kickfires. So we'll activate Thunder Crash. There's 3. We'll activate Electro. And just remember guys, you can only activate the ability once per turn, so don't try and do like multiple waves of effect damage. Or keep destroying your monsters over and over again, because it won't work like that. So now this turn we can special summon this guy to add another counter. So there's another counter, so we're up to 4. And if as soon as we get these 3 as well put down, that'll go up to 7. And that's perfect, we've got Bonfire as well. So I think I'll go for the Bonfire right now, because there's 2 monsters basically on the field. So it's just going to be 2 more counters. This is basically just an update on the other Kickfire deck that I put out back in March. So there's 6 counters. Hopefully I can pull a skill live on camera for you. The only one that I'm after is balance, because I've got like Destiny Ward and all the other skills. So there's 7. Just as soon as we play the M2, we're up to 10, so it's gone well. But I think we'll only get around about 7,600 assessment points, but it's still good for only spending 7 keys. We're up to 8. There's another Bonfire, so we will summon this guy. Special summon the other Bonfire. I would run 3 Bonfires, but I've only got 2. Destroy these 2, and we'll have over 10 counters now. There we go. So, and as you saw just then, it's pretty fast to get the counters on, so it doesn't matter if you pull the Kickfire late game. And we've got 1 card left in the deck. So we'll about 12 probably. We'll get about 12 counters on. 12 or 13. And like I said, this really does help with that task where you have to get a load and I mean a load of effect damage points to rank up. Then we'll just activate Thunder Crash. Toggle back on. End our turn, and then watch the amount of damage this is going to do. Activate. Really easy to do. And like I said, you don't have to run the exact same monsters that I've got, just make sure they're over 140. 1,400. Just so they can't attack over you. So there's a bit of XP, can we get a skill? No skill, but nah. And it is possible to get rainbow chests as well, because yesterday I got rainbow chests and it had like a gem in it. So that's pretty cool. And that's from spending 7 keys. Got a free gem. So yeah, hopefully this video helps you farm more skills that you're after.